So, can you just hold up your name tag again and then say your name to the camera?
Yeah.
Marashe interview.
Thank you.
When I was in matric, I was told that there's this amazing organization. I looked into it and it looked like it had the type of values and exciting people that I wanted to be a part of.
Maybe a couple of weeks before the due date, I was like, okay, let me give this a shot, let me actually look at it. And then I pull it out and it's this 16-page massive document. I've never been so stressed out in my entire life. I go to everyone in the entire, in my community to try and get some opinions on what would sound good.
It was just a really good experience. The amount of time that the foundation gives to just hearing about who you are, what your beliefs are, it speaks to how much they invest in us as people.
But then actually at the interview, it got quite intimate. I saw people who were interested in me, who were interested in what I was about, who were interested in the story that I had to share.
So going back to selection camp, I can remember it was probably one of the most intimidating moments of my life. Came from a very small school, but now you were sort of put into this room with quite a few other excellent, bright individuals.
There was energy. There was just, I've never felt such electricity for life and such excitement for life. And so, although selection camp to me was really hard and intimidating, I walked away feeling like, wow, there's a much bigger world than I realized, and there are so many more people like me to look forward to meeting in the future. Yeah.
We really got to know each other at Connect Camp. We got to see the good and the ugly, and people getting angry. But at the end of the day, we all pulled together. So the experience was enlightening because I got to know a lot about people that I didn't know before.
We were told it's going to be back to basics. Little did we know, they actually meant back to basics.
So if you even get a piece of bread to eat, you should feel lucky this weekend. Okay?
We had to let our egos go and work together towards the common goal, to be helping out other students. It was an amazing experience. I learned so much about myself and the people around me.
There was I think myself and one other person in our year group that spoke Afrikaans well. It was you gotta get in here and help and explain and kind of translate, and that was major. And trying my best to remember my own Afrikaans language.
Wat moet met julle bly?
We, played with paint and we taught them dances, and it was really nice to engage with different people, and we could see for the first time that coming together and actually doing something for a community to serve a greater purpose, that's why we were here, and we were here to make an impact to the community.
We're all thinking about that. We're all thinking about the impact that coming up with ideas, being leaders in our field, breaking the mold, can have on society in a bigger picture.
That also made me realize that it's a relationship you give and you receive. A lot of us didn't expect to end the day off feeling so energized and empowered by the kids. We thought we'd be doing the empowering.
Entrepreneurship is something that's always been in me, I think, from a young age, but I never really acted on it. And the fact that a foundation such as the Alan Gray Orbis Foundation saw that in me was a huge boost, and it just made me feel great, but also encouraged me to work harder to live up to the expectation.
When you're trying to develop a mindset, you need to engage it at multiple times. You can't just think about it once. And university students, we're so focused on our actual studies because it's the most pressing issue in our life, that everything else kind of gets pushed aside. So we need these events like Jamboree to force us to think about these issues.
I'm just going to do the 20-second pitch and then, see where it takes me.
It was great to have 2 hours where people would go and would pick apart an idea that I just came up with. So it was incredible to see how quickly people can generate ideas from seemingly nothing.
You're in a safe space where people just want to help develop you and develop your idea.
It's something that really did help me because it's given me a lot more confidence, and I feel like I can present with a lot more conviction than I used to when I was younger, because now I don't do anything unless I believe in it. And that was exactly the same feeling that I had when I was presenting my product last year.
Pitching a Jamboree is daunting, is nerve-wracking, but also it gives you a sense of perhaps urgency into getting certain ideas out.
In my journey as an entrepreneur, I've learned that in the beginning stages I tended to be a little too theoretical. So a lot of my ideas were good in theory, but in practice they weren't so great. I think I certainly learned at that point what it meant to really be on this journey to become a true entrepreneur.
James Cook. I thought I knew everything about entrepreneurship. I was reading every book I could find, and I was starting businesses. The foundation kind of takes you through a process of actual learning, real-world experience, and it made me realize how little I actually did know about it. And it's only with the benefit of hindsight that I can look back and laugh at myself. So it kind of makes me think what I'm going to think of my current self.
I didn't feel like I deserved being here. That people in the foundation actually see me differently than I see myself. And so starting to unlock that value in myself is what sort of gave me that confidence.
If you just go out and do something and you work at it and you just keep on working at it, eventually you'll achieve your goal.
We've all kind of grown and learned how to appreciate different ideas and kind of like fall back when you need to, take the lead when you need to. Collaborating now is a really enriching experience.
The foundation has helped me to grow as an individual, to help me broaden my skill set, my expertise, my analytical lenses. It's helped me to think about the potential that business could have in creating long-lasting impact.
And I feel that my experience at the foundation has been about equipping me, and it's been a blessing, and I feel that it's only the beginning and I have a lot more to learn. So it's been a great foundation, and hopefully one day I'll be able to bless others.
I have made family in the foundation. Over the past 4 years, we've made friendships in such a way that you for sure know they're going to continue from here on out.